Welcome to Toffee TV. This is my three things. Nottingham Forest 2, Everton 2. The Blues have dropped 2 points from winning positions twice today. And I know people will come on and go, it was a good point and all that, but we were up twice. This was a huge game for me. This was a must-win game. And I'm not being disrespectful to Forest. We're in a battle with them. And it feels like we've blown it today. Because I don't think they were very good. And we went, it was two poor sides, let's have it right. It was a terrible advert for the championship. That's where we are. The first thing I want to talk about is games are running out. It's as simple as that. There's now 12 games left in the Premier League season for Everton. Everton need 5 victories, in my opinion, to stay up. They've got 22 points. 4 victories and 2 draws, maybe do it. But only 12 games to go now. And in that 12 games, there is Manchester City, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle, Chelsea. If Everton were to lose all 5 of them, you can never say that because it never pans out like that. There's 7 games there and Everton would have to win 5 of those 7 or win, 4 and get 2 draws or something in the others, and that's where we are, and that's why today was such a big opportunity to pull Forest right into the mire with us, get out the bottom 3. They've blown it. Teams have got a game in hand on us, and they're not going to get too many more opportunities to do that, to give themselves a good chance. And I'm not even going to go over the Brentford game because what's the point? But yeah, we just can't do it. If it's to survive, and let's be honest, it'd be a minor miracle if Everton survive. We deserve where we are. We got away with it last year. The people in charge of the football club and the owner, that should have been terrifying to them, given they're in the middle of moving stadiums. That should have been a big warning. That should have been a big leadership meeting with them, with the manager at the time, Frank Lampard, and that should have been a thing if this doesn't happen again. So how do we get to the stage where this doesn't happen again? I don't believe that happened. Not a chance. And we are where we are. We ended up going back into January. August was a failure because we didn't bring in the goals. We got to January. We knew the league position. The board, it can be argued quite convincingly now, really, that the manager should have been sacked after Bournemouth, but he certainly should have been sacked after Brighton, and he didn't do it. And they end up chasing the manager with a few days left before the transfer window, and not bringing any players in. And that is where it is. We can't score goals. All right, we've got 2 today. 1 was a penalty. We've not been able to score enough goals, all season. And that is a huge issue. And we are where we are now. We are where we are, and we can't allow games to go by like this where the opportunity presented itself. So we are in the mire, and I don't know how we get out of it. Leading on the back of that is point 2, which is the manager's got to be braver. Other teams are making 5 changes and are fresh towards the end of games. He was reluctant to make a change in that game there, and he ends up putting Maupay on with whatever it was, 4 minutes left or something for Gray, and then our only real threat went off then. Maupay's no threat at all. He's not in a good place. He doesn't look like he's ever going to score a goal at the moment. That doesn't mean he won't, but he's just not in the right areas. Tom Davies isn't showing any kind of form. I think he'd have been better right there. If he has got to put Maupay on, then put Ellis Sims on next to him, go 4-4-2 for the last 10 and go to try and win the game. But he's got to be a little bit braver, even in... It is difficult, don't get me wrong, it is difficult because he obviously looks at that bench and goes, what are my options really? But then for me, that game still had an opportunity to be won by Everton, and it just, those 2 subs just kind of were like settlers for me. We'll just settle for what we've got and hopefully they won't score. And I think to get out of this, he's going to have to be brave in some games, and that might be throwing a Sims on. It might have been throwing a James Garner on, maybe. I don't know. Tom Davies just isn't going to win you the game at the moment. He's another one. he just looks way off it at the moment when he comes on. Now, he might turn around and say it's because he doesn't play. Fair enough. But he is looking way off it. Maupay, confidence looks on the floor. He doesn't get into the right areas to get us a goal as well. And it was just frustrating seeing those two come on after we've given a stupid goal away. And that isn't on the manager, that's on Decore for not just putting his foot through the ball or making sure the pass got to Garner. He was on you. You can't allow your centre midfielder to run on and not play the ball anyway. That's not on the manager. But I think the manager, to get us the wins we need, he's going to have to be brave. He's going to have to come up with a way of winning games. You know, we were told he was coming in, we'd be tighter. We've just let 8 goals in a week. That's not tight. That's Frank Lampard levels. So he's going to have to come up with a way to get these players switched on at all times and not give cheap goals away, which we've done today twice. And the third one is I guess the direction of the football club. Alamaya's done a report the other day stating that the winds of change are sweeping through Goodison. But, you know, we're going to have to wait for those to fully arrive. What does that mean? Board members, MSP investment, whatever. If it is MSP, I hope they're coming in with a determination to make this football club better, much better. A determination to try to get Everton to the right end of the Premier League table. They may end up having to get Everton back up into the Premier League because we're in real trouble. Big trouble, much worse than we were in a year ago, in my opinion. And a year ago we had Richarlison, we had Dominic Calvert-Lewin who could score goals. There's no one now. So, you know, we've got to hope that they come in with that desire to put the right people in charge, the right people on the board, the right people in the recruitment team if the right people aren't there, or people who will listen to what the recruitment team are advising and not just go, oh no, I've got a mate who's an agent and he can get me this player, or, you know, Everton are being reluctant with paying the money that players deserve, or not players deserve, that the recruitment team deserves rather, because that's the only way we're going to move forward. The only way we are going to move forward is with change. We're in a mess. We could well go down this season. It's looking more likely we're going to get relegated than we're going to stay up, and that is appalling for Everton. It's embarrassing, it's shocking, and when you circle a drain, which we've been doing the last couple of years, this is what happens. Terrible choices. Poor choices on and off the pitch. Poor players, poor managers. And eventually it catches up with you. And until someone comes in with a fresh broom and sweeps away some of these people, sweeps away some of these old archaic ideas and drags Everton into the current climate and looks at players where the value is, looks at players to try and trade, bring them in low and sell them high, instead of just panicking on Premier League players on big wages, we are in trouble. Our finances are terrible. The whole club is in a huge mess. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to cost us our Premier League status this season. Then a fire sale happens and most of your best players go. And then do we trust these people to build us a team capable of getting up the Championship? That's the question. And I'm not sure the answer is yes, we do. So huge couple of months on and off the pitch. It's getting harder on the pitch. Let's hope that off the pitch, Alan Myers is right and these changes happen as soon as possible. That's it from me. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. See you later.